This is the Panasonic EVA 1. It's a Super 35 cinema camera that kinda checks all the boxes, but it came out in 2017. There's no way this old girl can be my dream cinema camera compared to all the modern stuff, right? Well, we're probably gonna find out in this video film. This video is sponsored by PGYTECH. The year is 2017. Kirk was done. Link can run. And I was about to see the EVA 1.
Panasonic is announcing this camera at 4:15, so I'm gonna be there for that.
That's right, folks. I heard that Panasonic was announcing a new camera at Cinegear 2017, so I drained my piggy bank, bought a flight to LA to witness it myself. At that time, I was just starting YouTube, I was freelancing full-time with my GH cameras, but looking to upgrade to my dream cinema camera. And the hype was real around this announcement. A lot of us wanted to see what Panny had cooking.
Of course, it's Mitch Gross, now cinema specialist over at Panasonic.
Cinema product manager.
Oh, sorry, product manager.
The new Panasonic EVA 1 features a newly developed 5.7K Super 35 sensor paired with a Canon EF mount.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a lot more people shooting high resolution. And the cool thing about that is it gets you essentially better 4K.
At release, it's going to be able to shoot in 4K, 10-bit, 422 at 60 frames a second internally.
Now, dual native ISO is something that I love telling people about, and it's unique to the Vericams. This is the next camera to get it is the EVA 1.
It's going to be able to do V-Log, V-Gamut.
Introducing the EVA 1.
This guy's very excited about the new camera, so he'll probably buy it too.
Yeah, my hair was longer back then and I currently have a bad haircut. Can we all get over that now? Okay, real talk, this EVA 1 is a beautiful beast, but she's not the easiest camera to carry around. That is, until I tried the PGYTECH OnePro Flex Backpack in Sunset Orange. So now I can carry around the EVA 1 like she's my second child, but with way less poopy diapers. Seriously though, I took the EVA 1 in this backpack to the zoo for my son's first birthday, and I got to sneakily take this in and capture some amazingly cinematic footage. And the whole time I was comfortable because this thing has an ACE frame harness on the back. The material is twice as strong as nylon. Also, it has 10 extra liters of storage with this top zippable expander. Look at this. This backpack can get as big as you need. And my favorite part is the lay flat design so I can access my gear via the magnetic buckles. Oh, and what's that inside? A little camera cube? You can get this insert that acts as a second bag. That's beautiful. That's spacious. So huge thanks to PGYTECH for sponsoring this part of the video. Thank you for giving me a safe place to put my second child, Eva. Click the links in the description to snag one of these or check out their other products as well. They make some genuinely amazing stuff. And thanks for supporting the channel. So we're gonna take the EVA 1 out on a real world shoot, but first I need some inspiration. So let's look at some of these projects that were shot on the EVA 1.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay. And we're the McGee's.
Looks good. Tell me you go to Easter Church Sunday service without telling me.
Soon after, that turned into starting our business.
Ooh, that dynamic range looked pretty creamy, I'm not gonna lie. It looked like a nice blue sky, even though they're filming inside.
Hello, good morning.
I bet this camera is really good for shooting reality stuff because it's smaller, probably so easy to throw on a shoulder rig or an easy rig and get nice results. The dual native ISO probably helps with going into interiors like this in a run and gun situation. And then outdoors, it's got the freaking variable ND spinny wheel of life. It's incredible. There's no like insane shots in this, so we're gonna move on to something else. So here it looks like we have some low light test footage on the EVA 1. Let's see what's going on. What? Did that banana just transition? Wait for the banana flash. Why? I can't even focus on the low light. There's so many bananas. I can't watch a single other second than that, but it did look like it had nice rolling shutter performance in low light, so we got something from that. The other me, Panasonic EVA 1 footage. I'm scared.
There was this thought experiment where an infant had her brain bisected and then lived 2 separate lives.
Ooh, that's really cool. That didn't give us much either, but the low light looked nice. And then the final one is Blue Mind, which is an underwater short film shot on the EVA 1. Wait. 4K.
Good boy.
Oh, that's sick.
Water. the fundamental foundation for all life on planet Earth.
Bro, look how much dynamic range and quality this camera sensor has.
Water.
Water. When you're fucking thirsty, where do you go?
Water.
When you need to fill your pool, what do you use?
Water.
When you want to do a slip and slide, but it's too dry.
Water.
Okay, anyway, this shot's absolutely beautiful, man. Look at the sky detail.
We're inextricably drawn to the ocean. Words can never truly describe how it feels to encounter the ocean's power and beauty. My camera is an extension of my creativity.
I didn't even know he was gonna show that in this video. I haven't watched this. That's the key to good footage. Did you notice? Right there. You see it? Look closely, zoom, enhance. Those sandals. Those are cinema sandals.
If I only get one shot to share that experience,
dude, that's cool.
I have to know it will be to reveal that large, unmistakable shape.
Look at that shot. This is a nerdy music thing, but this track has a very similar chord progression to the original Daredevil show's theme music. This music's hitting.
Whether in clear blue water or looming out of the dark. My name is David Diley, and I'm an underwater cinematographer.
Whew. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling absolutely juiced off right now, so I'm gonna pack up this EVA 1 that I have access to, take it out, and do a real world shoot following my friend and photographer, Bethany Farrell. Okay, so we're out in the wild with the EVA 1, and we're gonna get some cool photos and videos of this couple. Obviously, Bethany is shooting photos, and I'm making some movies with the EVA. I started out with a couple warm-up shots just to get my eyes set, my fingers rolling, and then I wanted to run a couple quick tests. For instance, stabilization. This is with it turned off, and then when I turn it on, you can see there is a slight crop. Here's some handheld footage, nice and slow, with stabilization turned off. And with stabilization turned on, you can see it does smooth the image out, but there is a little bit of wonkiness. This is electronic stabilization, not IBIS.
Kind of pivot back and forth.
There's just something different about a handheld cinema camera look. Because the camera's heavier, the footage just looks better than handheld mirrorless camera footage. It also doesn't hurt to have really good talent on camera.
What lens are you rocking right now?
It's a little...
Dude, I've been wanting to try that.
Yeah.
Is it cool?
It's pretty sweet.
That's so fun. I keep getting ads for that on Instagram.
Yep.
Now let's test the 4K 60 slow motion footage, and I bumped up to 2500, the second native ISO, just to get a little bit of extra exposure. And dude, the images are clean, it looks really good, and I'm noticing just how amazing Vlog looks. The colors are so rich off this sensor.
Quick interview.
What's it?
Do you feel like you're crushing?
Yeah.
And for my last test, I wanted to simulate a conversation shot in like a TV show or something. So I got some over-the-shoulder footage of each of these people talking to each other, and it just looks so good. I was shooting into the backlight. It was all naturally lit. I really like how the image looks, and I can definitely see why people use this thing for pro filmmaking.
Oh, this looks so good. What the heck?
Well, that was so fun, and I definitely have accumulated some thoughts on this camera. Let's talk about the pros first. It's relatively compact and lightweight, especially compared to bigger cinema cameras that cost a lot more money. But it still has incredible features on the body, like variable NDs, dual XLR inputs for really nice audio, affordable media with 2 SD card slots. And with those, you can capture internally up to 400 megabits per second, 4K up to 60 frames per second, which is downsampled from that 5.7K sensor. But if you use certain recorders, you can get access to that 5.7K raw footage. From what I've seen online from other people's work, it still holds up and will live up for multiple years to come. And the battery life is actually great on this camera, better than my Lumix S1R2, which chews through batteries. How about the cons? First of all is autofocus. It's very weak, but you gotta keep in mind, this came out in an era where Panasonic wasn't even trying to make good autofocus, I don't think. Second con is the displays. There's no EVF attached to the camera, so you'd have to get an external one, which does cost more money, obviously. And the little LCD that it comes with isn't great by any means. I just opted to use my Ninja 5 on top of this camera and ditch the little LCD entirely, and that worked well for me. And another bonus with that is this camera has HDMI out and SDI out, so you can use any monitor you want. I I always dreamed of owning this camera, genuinely. It might sound corny, but I always wanted to have an EVA 1 of my own. But I could never afford it back in the day of just starting my freelance business. And I always held out hope that there would be a day when an EVA 2 would be announced and I could finally attain my dream cinema camera and have even better, more modern features on it. Panasonic never made the EVA 2 that myself and a lot of you have dreamed of for years. And honestly, I've asked them face to face multiple times if they ever would make one, and I'm basically just left with silence and a single tear rolling down my cheek. But that doesn't mean the EVA 1 is dead. In fact, she's alive and well. Her spirit is within me. Anyway, there's still a lot of dedicated folks out there using the EVA 1 to this day because it's still that good. And maybe this is the cinema camera for you. You might not care about autofocus, full frame, open gate recording. Maybe you care about a camera that has simple and efficient controls, internal ND filters, beautiful 4K images, and a price that can find that little tear on your cheek and simply just wipe it away. Lumix, Panasonic, please. I know I've asked you in person, but please make an EVA 2. Anyways, text me when you get home so I know you're safe, and please watch out for deer. Follow me on Instagram for short and dumb stuff like this. And remember that you guys are loved far more than you might know. Far more than a man can love an EVA 1 woman. Seriously, God bless you guys. You are absolutely worth it. You're amazing, you're beautiful, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. All right, bye. EVA!